Hello, dear friends. It's so lovely to have you join me today on the gentle path. Let's settle in together, shall we? Maybe you've brewed yourself a nice cup of tea, or perhaps you're relaxing after a busy day. Wherever you are, give yourself a moment to just exhale. Let it all go. Today, I want to talk about something that feels simple on the surface, but holds so much more beneath it. The power of food combinations, especially when it comes to one of our most familiar staples, eggs. Yes, eggs. For as long as most of us can remember, eggs have been a beloved kitchen companion. Scrambled on a lazy Sunday morning, whisked into a custard, or packed into a picnic sandwich, they're versatile, comforting, and brimming with protein. But even the most wholesome foods can take a surprising turn when paired with the wrong companions. And you know, I've been thinking about this lately. How some choices seem so small in the moment, yet ripple out to affect how we feel day after day. It's humbling, isn't it? But it's also empowering. So let's explore together. Here are 5 common mistakes you might not even realize you're making when it comes to eggs, and how recognizing them can open the door to feeling better, more balanced, and yes, more vibrant. 1. Soy milk, a hidden barrier to protein absorption. Soy milk, light, plant-based, and the go-to for so many who are watching their cholesterol or managing sensitivities to dairy. It seems like the perfect complement to eggs, doesn't it? A glass on the side, or maybe blended into a protein-packed morning shake. But here's something most people don't know. Soy contains compounds called trypsin inhibitors. Those compounds interfere with the enzymes your body uses to break down the protein in eggs. A real-world example of this? Let me share Roger's story. At 75, he made a daily habit of enjoying a soy smoothie with breakfast that often featured eggs. But over time, he felt more sluggish, more bloated, and frankly, less himself. It wasn't until a nutritionist suggested separating his soy milk from his eggs that Roger's digestion noticeably improved. It's a small, thoughtful tweak, but one with big benefits. As we age, protein absorption becomes crucial, not just for muscle maintenance, but for overall vitality. So if you love your soy latte, savor it. Just not at the same time as your eggs. 2. Sugar-laden desserts, a sneaky source of trouble. Now let's talk about something a little sweeter. Custards, puddings, cakes. There's no denying how much comfort many of us find in these egg-based treats. Maybe you've been baking the same recipes for decades, like Joan, who made a heavenly bread pudding her grandchildren adored. But here's something to consider. When eggs are mixed with sugar and exposed to heat, it creates what scientists call the Maillard reaction. Though it adds lovely browning and flavor, it can also open the door to bacterial growth if the dish isn't quickly chilled or properly stored. Beyond simply keeping your desserts safe to eat, there's a quieter, longer-term impact. These sugary and protein combinations can form compounds known as advanced glycation end products. These can affect your energy, increase inflammation in the body, and over time even accelerate cellular aging. Does this mean goodbye to dessert? No, not at all. It's about awareness. Cooling your dish promptly, storing it safely, and using natural sweeteners or reducing sugar slightly can make all the difference. 3. Black tea. A nutrient blocker in disguise. Here's a surprising one. A comforting cup of black tea alongside your breakfast plate sounds innocent enough, doesn't it? But black tea contains tannins, natural compounds behind its rich taste. These tannins can bind with the iron found in egg yolks, quietly preventing your body from absorbing that essential nutrient. Barbara, who's 69, experienced this without even knowing it. She loved beginning her mornings with boiled eggs and tea, but found herself feeling inexplicably tired after some time. A conversation with a friend revealed how tannins could be inhibiting her iron absorption. A simple shift, waiting an hour to enjoy her tea, transformed her mornings. Iron is critical for transporting oxygen in your blood and keeping your mind sharp. So next time you're enjoying black tea and eggs, consider spacing them apart. Little adjustments like these go a long way towards helping us feel our best. 4. Processed meats. The hidden danger of high heat. Ah, bacon and sausage. What's more nostalgic than the smell wafting through the kitchen as a hearty breakfast is being prepared? It's a pairing that many of us have cherished over the years. However, processed meats like these often contain nitrates, which, when cooked at high heat alongside eggs, can form compounds called nitrosamines. Research, like findings from the World Health Organization, has linked these compounds to potential cancer risks in the digestive system. Take Frank, a 77-year-old who loved his fried eggs and bacon. After a health scare revealed elevated inflammatory markers, Frank swapped his processed meats for nitrate-free options and started baking his eggs. Within weeks, not only did his labs improve, but he felt lighter and more energetic. Perhaps you're thinking about your own beloved weekend breakfasts. Please know, it's not about giving them up entirely. It's about preparation. Explore turkey sausage, cook at lower temperatures, or even experiment with veggie-packed egg dishes that bring new life to your morning routine. It's heartening to think how something so small, like a little swap, can have such a positive impact. 5. Salty processed cheese. Sneaky sodium on your plate. Let's move on to another classic. Eggs and cheese. It's cozy, melty, and oh so delicious. Yet processed cheeses, like those pre-packaged slices many of us use out of convenience, are quietly loaded with sodium. Pairing them with eggs gives the illusion of a light, healthy meal, but your salt intake can easily add up without even realizing it. Gloria, 76, was shocked when her doctor highlighted how processed cheese could spike her blood pressure. She hadn't considered that something so small could be culprits. By switching to lower sodium options like fresh mozzarella and seasoning her eggs with fresh herbs, she was able to keep enjoying her favorite foods and improve her numbers. A good rule to keep in mind: read the labels, explore alternatives. The flavors of heart-healthy additions like avocado, roasted peppers, or even a dollop of plain Greek yogurt bring vibrancy that your body will thank you for. Final thoughts. Food as a gentle, lifelong ally. And there you have it. Eggs on their own are a powerhouse of nutrition, but as we've uncovered today, what we combine them with makes all the difference. Maybe you recognize yourself in one of these stories. The good news? Awareness opens the door to change. These aren't drastic shifts, no crash diets or extensive rules. Instead, think of them as small, wise nudges toward better health. Aging gracefully doesn't mean giving up comfort or joy at the table. It means understanding your body in new and deeper ways, finding harmony between what you enjoy and how it serves you. Thank you so much for letting me share this time with you. Let me ask you this. Which of these ideas resonated with you most? Are there any little habits you see yourself tweaking after today? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop me a comment because your stories not only inspire me, but all of us in this community we're building together. If you've enjoyed this conversation, consider liking, subscribing, or sharing this episode with someone who'd benefit from these insights. Until next time, may your meals be nourishing, your body feeling strong, and your heart light. Take care, friends.